Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. If you guys like the video, make sure to go ahead and smash the like button. So in today's video, I'm going to finally be making a low level Ironman money making guide. A lot of people that watched the first Ironman money making guide that I made complained that they were all higher level sort of methods and stuff like that. So I've been playing Ironman now for a very long time, and I've made a ton of money obviously on the game and the account. So today I'm going to share some things you can do at a lower level to go ahead and make money. I'm going to be using a lot of methods that actually will help you progress your account at the exact same time. Ironman is slow. You're not just going to be able to make a ton of money, especially at a lower level, but a lot of these methods you can make a ton of money and also get experience in multiple different skills. Alright, so just starting off, the first skill you can actually make a decent amount of money from is thieving. Now, it doesn't really get too good until you get to the higher levels of thieving, but thieving is a great skill to go ahead and train on an Ironman account just for various reasons, and it's one of the fastest skills to 99 as well. At the very start of the game, you won't be making that much money just off of pickpocketing regular guys and stuff like that, but it is a good way to get your first starter bit of GP in order to, buy essential tools or whatever you might need. Later on though, however, thieving gets pretty awesome. Now, on the way to getting your thieving up, I highly recommend you go for the rogue equipment. This is actually done by taking part in the Rogue's Den minigame. It'll take you a couple hours to go ahead and get this outfit, but as you can see, the set bonus will provide you to get 100% chance double loot when pickpocketing. Very useful thing to go ahead and pick up, as well as doing the Artie achievement diaries. You can get the Artie cape, and it will actually give you up to a 15% success rate with thieving. So having these two items is very useful. Now, getting 55 thieving can be done in a couple of days on a fresh Ironman account, even one day if you realistically really try. Now, I highly recommend you get a little bit higher obviously than 55, and make sure you have the rogue's equipment for the double the loot, and then you can go ahead and already start pickpocketing these guys. Now, I recommend you go on like World 2 or a very populated world, and then you're going to want to put your NPC attack options on hidden so that you can just simply left click the guard over and over again. This is a really good way of consistently gaining thieving experience, and you can just spam click as you can see I'm doing here, and you will just be constantly getting money. And if I go ahead and open all these coin pouches, as you can see, we will already have over 1,000 GP. This is personally how I made my first like 5 to 6 million GP on the account, going for 99 thieving. It is a little bit slow, but there's definitely like way slower methods out there, and at least this way you're constantly gaining thieving experience, as you can see. Now, you will fail at a lower level quite a bit, which can be a little frustrating, but the higher thieving level you get, the better. And yeah, as you can see, you're going to be making a ton of money, and it's already in the raw cash, which is very good. You don't have to elk it or anything like that. This can be a great way to go for a 99 and get a ton of GP at the same time. The next one is going to require a lot of prep in order to go ahead and do, but there is a lot of different ways you can go ahead and get nature runes, fire runes. If you play the new Guardians of the Rift minigame to train your rune crafting, you will get a ton of runes, or you could use the first method with thieving to go ahead and buy runes and stuff like that. As for bowstrings, you can go ahead and pick flax and spin it, but the best way in my opinion as an Ironman to get bowstring is to do temple trekking minigame. Or you could even get it as boss drops and stuff like that. But a very good way that I made a lot of money as a low level on my Ironman account was by doing training woodcutting and fletching. I started obviously with the regular willow, oak, and normal trees, and eventually when you move up to like yews or magics, you can make a ton of money if you just sit AFK, do this for a few days, collect your bowstrings for a few days, and then play Guardians of the Rift for a few days. You'll be training tons of skills, progressing your account obviously, and then once you elk the longbows, you will be making so much money. This is how I made my first green cash stack anyways on the Ironman account, from just training woodcutting and fletching. It's very simple, and as a very low level, you can go ahead and sell your regular like longbows and short bows to the general store if you don't have any room for elking them, or if you don't want to elk them, obviously. That's where I started. That's where I got my first like 50k, honestly, from just doing the regular oaks and stuff like that. But woodcutting and fletching is very, very good, and if you want to do this long term, you can set the Kingdom of Miscellanea to go ahead and collect you maple logs over time, and then you can slowly over time collect the bowstrings, and then go ahead and fletch them, and then craft them together and elk them, and you will be just so much money will stack up from this. This is a long-term kind of one though, and it takes a lot of patience to go ahead and do, but it's something you can kind of do and bank GP, you know what I mean? You can go and chop 1,000 ewes, for example, and then go ahead and collect 1,000 bows and elk them while you're doing Slayer, or if you can just elk them at a bank or while you're training agility or something, the money will start to add up. And the thing I love about this method is it's so satisfying, because you're training rune crafting, you're training your crafting, you're training fletching, you're training woodcutting. You're getting so many different skills knocked out at the exact same time, and it can be very motivating because you're getting your account all the way up, ready to kind of just finish all the quests and stuff like that. And when you're done, you can simply elk the longbows for 768 GP each, depending on the on the type of bow, obviously. But this is where I made a ton of money. And now with the Guardians of the Rift, it made getting runes so much easier to go ahead and do on the Ironman account. In just a few minutes there, we made 3.8k. Yeah, just this one is very good for a long-term method for Ironman to make money. Now, the next method is what I pretty much would do on any Ironman account if you want raw cash right away, very quick, very easy, is right when you start the account, grind out your full graceful. Now, by the time you get your full graceful outfit, you will have a decent level of agility. Now, you can actually start this method, the agility pyramid. I believe it's at 30 agility, but I highly recommend you finish your whole graceful and then you get that knocked out of the way before you start this, because you'll fail a lot here. I believe 75 agility is when you stop failing the agility pyramid. Now, if you are a lower level, make sure to take water skins and some food, but since I'm not a low level, I don't really need to do that. But how you end up getting to the agility pyramid is you go to Alcrid right here, and then you go through the Shantae Pass, and you can take a magic carpet all the way to Polnovich, and then you just have to cross the bridge here and walk here. If you do have a Pharaoh Scepter as well, you can just use the teleport simply, and you will be right at the agility pyramid. But I'm expecting you guys not to have that, but this is such good consistent money, and you can also train your agility at the same time, so it is a very, very good method to go ahead and make, 2 to 3 million GP that you might need for questing or to fill up the kingdom. And then you also will be training agility at the same time. I really, for some reason, love this method. It's just super fun to go ahead and complete the pyramid. It can be frustrating at a lower level. That's why I recommend you go ahead and get your full graceful first in order for this to actually, make sense, and for you to at least be making, 150 to 200k GP an hour in just cash. It's so good for Ironman at low levels. On my group Ironman, I went ahead and did this method to make my group, 500k at the very start of the game, so we can get ready for quests and go ahead and do all that stuff. And yeah, and you're also getting somewhat decent agility XP, especially for the level that you'll be doing it at like, 60 or whatever you get your full graceful at. You'll be getting pretty good agility XP. If you want to go and get, say, 70 to unlock the Brimhaven shortcut, this can be a great method from your full graceful to 70 or even 75 agility. You'll be making so much money and actually having a little bit of fun here, to be completely honest with you. Once you go ahead and make it to the top of the pyramid, all you have to do is climb the rocks right here, and your character will go ahead and grab the pyramid top. Now, every single time you obviously do a lap, the pyramid top will spawn again, and then you're almost done the lap after you grab the pyramid top. All you have to do is pretty much enter the doorway here, and you'll get a pretty nice 1000 agility experience as well. Now, you can carry these multiple of these, but I would recommend you sell them at a lower level because these weigh a ton, and if you get 2 or 3 in your inventory, you'll probably be failing a lot more. But once you get this, you have to just climb back up here, use the pyramid on Simon, and you get 10k cash per pyramid. So every lap that you do, you will get 10,000 GP, which is just massive for Ironman at lower levels. I did this for 3 to 4 million GP and got myself all the way to, I think it was 75 agility I stayed here till. very, very nice and massive, and especially once you get your full graceful, it makes it a lot easier. Now the next one is going to be by playing the Winter Todd minigame. A lot of Ironmen tend to do this at the start of accounts just to get incredible fire making experience. This is also good for collecting tons of different items, but a lot of the rewards can be cash. For this, you're going to need warm clothing. Now by warm clothing, this is what I mean. So you can use the Santa suits or the bunny suits, the Clue Hunter outfit, the polar outfits, or bomber jackets, the pyromancer, which you actually get from the minigame, the evil chicken outfit. Anything on this list is considered warm clothing, so make sure you take some of that with you as well. So this is the gear that I typically take. I bring my full pyromancer outfit, a gnome scarf, fire cape, a tome of fire, just some random like items to protect you from the coldness in here. You don't need all of this, but I think you need to bring 5 items in total. The Clue Hunter is perfect for lower levels. I bring a hammer, a knife, a tinderbox, and a little bit of food. And in 40 seconds, the game starts. So pretty much just wait until the game starts. Now, the best thing you can go ahead and do is kind of just walk up to where you light the brazier, because that's like the first thing you can do right off the bat. Alright, so when the game starts, you just want to spam the brazier until you light it, and then you'll get some fire making XP. This game is so simple. You just run to this side, chop the trees. Once you get a full inventory of trees, you just use the knife on them to fletch them. You'll be constantly taking damage here. That's why I tell you to bring a little bit of food. And if you're a lot lower level, it's actually better and you'll take less damage, but the higher levels you are, you take a lot of damage. Now, it's your choice if you want to go ahead and fletch them or not. People always are spamming Y fletch here, but pretty much if you want just fire making experience, just burn the logs. But if you want the most rewards, go ahead and fletch them. That's pretty much the best way I can explain on how to do that. So once you get enough logs, all you have to do is fletch them. You'll turn them into kindling and then throw them in the fire. If you take damage, simply eat. That is the entire minigame. Very, very easy. When you do get hit by damage, you'll stop fletching, which can be kind of annoying, so you can't really AFK this too much, but you get a lot of XP here. It's crazy. Like, just massive XP drops. It's nuts. Now, you need to reach a total of 500 points to actually get a reward crate, but it's fairly simple to do at pretty much any fire making level. You pretty much would have to just go AFK not to get it. I've reached games where I got 1,000 before, 1,200. Like, it's very simple to go ahead and do. Now, once the game is done, you will get a massive, I just completed a task apparently, you will get a massive XP drop, and you will get this thing called a supply crate. Wow, we're getting a lot of combat tasks. I haven't been here in like 5 years. Now, once you go ahead and open this crate, you will have a chance to get GP. Now, it's not all the time, but as you can see there, we got 12 magic logs, a torstal, and maple logs. So you could go ahead and fletch these, you know, make money there. And if I just went ahead and simply price checked this, this would come out to a massive 18k from like a 4-minute game, so you have a chance of getting cash as well. But very, very good. You can go from like, you know, level 50 to 99 fire making here as a low level Ironman account and come out with so many resources to just help your account. That's why so many Ironmen just rush 99 fire making right off the bat. That's actually what I did. Now, by far my favorite method to go ahead and make money as an Ironman, as a low level, would be doing Slayer. Now, it's not going to be the most money per hour. Pretty much every other thing in this episode will make you more money per hour, but the higher level Slayer you get, the more money you can eventually make. And it obviously depends on the task too. Some tasks are better for things like seeds, some are better for alkables and stuff like that, but it obviously depends on the task you get. If you just keep going with Slayer, you will make so much money. Pretty much, I would say I've made close to 1 billion GP maybe on this account just doing Slayer alone. It depends on the task, like I said. So yeah, over time you will just make massive amounts of money doing Slayer. And like I said, it depends on the task, but if you just keep doing Slayer over and over and over and over again, you will just unlock so many different monsters you can go ahead and kill. You can even do like Slayer bosses like Hydra, and you know, and go make 100 mil per task. You can go ahead and do God Wars dungeon and stuff like that. Slayer is by far my favorite skill in the game and my favorite way to go ahead and make money in the game. But yeah, that's all there is pretty much to say about Slayer. It's one of the best ways to go ahead and make money and really challenge yourself as well, to just go out of the way, learn all the different creatures and bosses in the game, and have a ton of fun at the same time. Now, I hope you learned something from this video. I wanted to stick with methods that you can go ahead and train your skills as well, because, you know, the more you train your skills, the higher level account you will get, and therefore you can go ahead and do the higher level money making methods. But yeah, I've been making a ton of money on the Ironman account, obviously, and if you go ahead and look at my bank, I have another, you know, if I go ahead and here, I have over 900 million GP as the Ironman account. And yeah, it just takes a lot of time, dedication, but do these methods, get your account to where it needs to go, and then you can do the higher level money making methods. Thank you guys so much for watching the video today. If you went ahead and watched the whole video, comment blue shirt down in the comments below. Thank you, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.